and development or strategy, the communications can convey merger of different entities into one. So here is what we are trying, what the strategic communication is, to explain the benefits of merger between the two different entities into one, because there are usually problems especially when you are merging, not only your employees but also the government or the politics will also be opposing the merger. There are always laws that prevent mergers because it may create monopoly in the country. So not only the tax department, political department, governments, employees, they are all sometimes not in favor of mergers. So the strategic communication is normally the companies plan ahead, start telling the benefits of the merger, proposed merger and acquisition, so that people know what they are going to get. Or acquisition of one company, creating new ventures, or restructuring process, or downsizing. Downsizing is another very important part of your strategic communication, especially when the business is down, for example now, and you want to cut the employees. How will you communicate this to the employees, that we are firing the peoples? It can create a panic if it is not handled properly.
Nowadays, they just the business salary allowance, they just if the downsizing the season, especially of the total industry, we give the 2 times.
Yeah.
It's the business salary and then the commission,
Yes.
commission.
Yes.
So low season, they just get their
Basic salary only. That is actually not a downsizing. We are still keeping the employee. What if you are firing the employees? What if you are reducing from 2,000 employees to 1,000? How will you manage it? It will create a panic. The moment you start, or the moment the people sense there is a downsizing, there is a firing process ongoing, it creates a panic immediately, and you may lose some of your very good employees. Correct? Because they will get insecure. There is an insecurity feeling all the time whenever you are downsizing the thing, or whenever you are even the restructuring.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear the word restructure, the first thing that employees will feel in their mind is, oh, the company is gonna merge things, or we're gonna split the things. We may have new departments, we may combine the departments. People will lose the job, or maybe get new jobs. But existing employees will feel that they will lose their jobs.
Yeah, because they feel insecure.
They will feel insecure, right? So how do you manage this communication then? What the companies need to do? Think how. If you are the CEO of the company who just got a mind up, okay, now I need to reduce people from 2,000 to 1,000. How would you start the process? How would you communicate this down to the employees, to the other stakeholders? Because you have a plan now, which you think will make sense. So first thing is what? Convince the major stakeholders, right? Convince the owners of the company, directors of the company. So how will you communicate? That communication may not be very difficult, because you just need to present the benefits or the plan, how it will benefit the organization in overall terms. Let's assume it's already approved. Now what is next? Do you need to communicate, or you just go ahead doing the downsizing in a slowly?
The employee first.
Yeah, how? That is an important matter, right?
Explain the company
Situation.
And then after that,
Yeah. So this is something which doesn't have a right or wrong answer. It depends on what are the situations.
yeah.
If let's say the employees understand already, or they are expecting, then it's normal, right? So you just need to explain what are the benefits of what are we doing. So normally what you do is in this kind of communication is you explain the context first, what is happening at the moment. so people can relate. Okay, yes, this is what is happening. So you start to create a positive environment, I mean like a agreement environment first, rather than straight away going towards that, okay, we are gonna fire 1000 people, we are downsizing. That shouldn't happen. So you need to create the explaining context first. So it can be in one plan, or it can be divided into multiple plans. So you can create a context, start creating the context, what is happening. So you can bits and pieces, you can inform the peoples that, okay, this is what is happening in the company. Then you will need to tell them what is the choices, what are the alternative choices, what are we planning. Once you do that, then you need to tell them what will be the criteria of downsizing, who will be affected and who will not be affected. So if you are able to put that clarity, it will, yes, it definitely will create the insecurity for people who are going to be affected, but at least the people who are not going to be affected will not feel insecure. Because if you don't clearly mention who is going to be affected, then the people who are not going to be affected will also get insecure, right? They will also feel, maybe it's me also, right? So you need to tell them in advance, to tell them in very clear terms who is going to be affected, who is not going to be affected, and why the person who are going to be affected are getting affected. So sometimes normally companies, when they are downsizing, they have strategy of how they will do it, what kind of benefits they will give. Maybe they will give them the bonus, or they will give them the compensation, how the compensation will be calculated, what all the alternative things that they can be arranged, what will happen after the downsizing. So these are normal things which normally companies have to create. So it's a part of your complete strategic plan. Communications will fit into your plan, at what time you need to communicate what and how, because you don't want your internal communications to leak outside also, right? So you have to think how you are going to communicate strategically. And radical re-engineering of corporate process and functions, that is also create panic. If you are doing re-engineering of existing processes, doing